Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie Nicole. I am a self-taught MUA, and if you like skincare, if you like makeup, if you like anything in the beauty community, you have clicked on the right video. This channel is going to be all about that. It's going to be about hauls. We're going to do reviews. We're going to do looks. We're going to do anything my little fancy little heart desires, because you guys, I love this industry. I love what it's about, and I want to share it. So, of course, if you guys are not subscribed, definitely click the subscribe button. Click the little bell for notifications as well. Like this video, leave a comment, say hi. I would love to get to know you guys. With that being said, we are just going to jump right into today's video. So today we are going to be reviewing my newest palette. Oh, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's lovely, and I love it so much. This is the Kaleidoscope palette from Profusion. It is beautiful. When I'm telling you it's beautiful, it is gorgeous. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Carnival palette from Be Perfect, if I'm being honest. That's kind of why I was attracted to it, because I would love that palette as well. I picked this up at my local Walmart. Me and my fiance made a deal that if he got something, I get to get something too. So this beauty I've had my eye on for a little while, and I finally got it. It was actually pretty cheap. It was this beautiful 42 pan shade palette was $17. So I mean, you can't go wrong. And I have another Profusion palette. And you guys, if you have never tried Profusion, they are great. They have some of the best palettes. And I have a brush from there, and I love it as well. They are kind of an underrated company. You definitely need to check them out. I will link everything that I use in the description. So the eyeshadow palette, I will also try to link the brushes that I'm gonna use, everything like that, so you guys can go and find them for yourself. I will also leave my social medias down there as well. But today we are just gonna go ahead and get started. So look at this gorgeousness. I told you it does remind me of the Carnival palette. Every time I look at it, it's got multiple regular pan sizes, and then you got these bad boys down here. These are just all glitters. I mean, whoo! We ain't doing glitter today. But you could also probably use these shades right here as like blush or maybe some contour. So I think that'd be really pretty. It kind of gives you a little bit of everything that you could need in your makeup eyeshadow routine. Anything you want, it's got. Okay, so I always start with my eyes, which is why my face has no makeup on it. Because I kind of feel like if I do my face first, I'm gonna have fallout. Even if it's the best palette in the world, sometimes shades are just gonna have fallout. So you wanna kind of prevent that. So I like to always do my eyes first. I've got my handy dandy little mirror here, just in case you see me holding it. Your girl is blind, so that's what we're gonna do. So first I always prime my eyes because not to prime is a crime. So this is the Morphe Eye Primer. I've really been loving this. I wasn't so sure about it at first because it is a thicker consistency, but I'll tell you, it is really good. I totally prejudged, So I'm just gonna take a little bitty sponge. These are Real Technique sponges, and we're just gonna pat it down. This Morphe primer is really good. So if you're looking for a cheaper primer, because I think it was maybe like 10 bucks. I don't know for sure. Again, I'll link it down below, but it wasn't expensive, and I really like Morphe, so I thought it was a good option. So once our eyes are primed and ready to go, we are gonna pick up, speaking of Morphe, we're gonna pick up a Morphe 503 brush, and we are gonna start with this bad boy. So I think to go in first, we are gonna go in with this shade right here, which is Buttercup. It's a yellowy kind of mustardy shade, and you guys, I've been living for this color. I have no idea why. No idea why I'm so into this color. but I have been living for this mustard shade. My fiance just thinks it's so funny. So at first glance, there is quite a bit of kickback in the palette. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about in case you're not aware. Kickback is just basically fallout in the pan. So there is quite a bit of kickback in this. So we're gonna see how it goes on the eye. Okay. I like to use it in a stamping motion, like so, to get all over the lid. Okay. At first glance, it is a little not, this shade, at least this shade isn't 100% pigmented. So we're gonna have to dip in again. Okay, on the second pass, it does show up a bit more. Like so. And I'm just gonna kind of blend it on there. Okay. So it seems like it may take 1 or 2 dips back into the pan. Which isn't awful, but I have palettes that do only take 1 dip into the pan. So that's kind of an iffy thing there. But it does come back on the second. It's the second round, it looks much better. Okay, so next we're gonna actually take a Fern blending brush from Profusion. And we are gonna be dipping into the shade Fern, this pretty lime green kind of color. And we're gonna dip into that. So again, quite a bit of kickback in the pan. It's kind of up to you whether or not that's a big deal. I mean, it's not that huge of a deal to me, but yeah, it is what it is. So we're gonna take this green shade and we're gonna put it up here. And then we're gonna blend. I'm really liking this green color. It's giving me Joker vibes. The yellow and the green, definitely giving me Joker vibes. So I'm just stamping and then blending in circle motions. That is how I like to best to get my eyeshadow on, is the stamping and then the blending. Yeah, definitely feeling major Joker vibes. And then I am gonna bring this shade down underneath here. As well, to get kind of a full circle effect. We're gonna bring it out just a little farther. And there's the eye. I think I'm also gonna throw a little bit of another shade in there. I think I'm gonna I'm gonna use a shader brush from Unique. I'm gonna pick up this shade down here called Intention. And what we're gonna do with that shade is just pick it up with this side of the brush. It's a dual-ended brush. Okay, so at first glance, that shade is actually kind of a cream color, like a cream shade. It's wet, like it's a wet texture. So it looks like this. So we're actually not gonna use the brush because I don't know how well, we're gonna try it. Interesting. So we're gonna just, yeah, it's not showing up. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my finger here, pick some of it up, and we're gonna just put some on. Because this is going to give it a little bit more depth because it's darker. I'm liking that. I'm usually not too cool on cream like eyeshadows, but this one is not bad. All right. I'm liking it. So I'm kind of liking that. That's not too bad in my opinion. I'm liking the cream shadow. That's a new thing for me. I don't usually do cream shadow. Okay, so next we're gonna pick up the Hyper Easy liquid liner, and we're gonna put that on. I was introduced to this from Miss Nikki Tutorials. Because it is such an easy liner. To put on. So there's one wing. Such an easy shadow, or such an easy mascara to put on. So now I'm going to actually put on some lash primer. I don't usually use this, but I tell you, this is the unique lash primer. I have been loving it. It definitely gives your lashes major boost, major length, major volume. So if you're not a lash primer kind of gal or guy, I would definitely recommend giving it a try. I wasn't so sure when I first started, but it's pretty good. So then we're gonna go in with the Laura Mercier Caviar Volume mascara. I really love this mascara a lot. And I also love it because I got it at TJ Maxx. So look at the difference in volume that gave me. All right. Alrighty guys, so there is our eye look. We're gonna go put on the other one and I will be back. All right, and we are back. So here's the finished look. Our beautiful green yellow eyes. I'm really liking this look. So my final thoughts on the Kaleidoscope palette. I definitely will say that there is a bit of kickback in the pan. So you gotta watch for that if that's a bother to you. The shadows are decently pigmented. They're not the best pigmentation that I've ever seen, but they are pretty pigmented. Like the yellow, I had to dip in twice. The green, I only had to dip in once, so that was good. I kind of liked this cream shadow look. Never done that before, so that was interesting. So yeah, I think overall for $17 for this palette, I think it's a good deal. I think that if you kind of want a rainbow palette, something similar to the Carnival palette, I think that this would be a good alternative for you. I also think Profusion is a really, really good brand for beginners because their shades are not super hard to mess with and do things with. They're pretty easy to blend. So I think it's a really good beginner brand as well. But with that being said, those are my final thoughts on the Kaleidoscope palette by Profusion. I definitely will be reaching for it, playing with it for these bright, colorful looks that I may want to do one day. But yeah, those are my final thoughts. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. Like I said before, subscribe, ring the bell, all that jazz. Leave me a comment down below. Have you tried Profusion? Do you like their stuff? I'd be curious to know what your guys' opinion about that are. But with that being said, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will speak to you guys in the next one. Bye!